Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Angela. So I thought I would go ahead and do a tarot spread. It is Halloween. It's 10:23 p.m. And I thought I would go ahead and do a couple of the videos today. Um, I've had quite a few the last couple weeks. I've really stepped up and tried to ease back into meditating and really trying to do my mediumship abilities and kind of just whatever comes, accept it and let it go. Um, and the more I've done that, the more I've noticed things are happening. So I think that for me, it is the key is accepting everything that comes in and not blowing it off that, oh, I'm crazy or it's my imagination, because the type of medium I am, I've done a lot of reading over the last couple of weeks. A lot of my stuff comes through the mind. So it's easier to disregard it and just say, oh, that's just in my head, whatever. And it could be somebody trying to reach out. So, last week I had an incident where I've had him show up 3 or 4 times in the last 2 weeks. An older gentleman, he's like 6'4", 6'5". His hair is not military short cut, but it's very precise, like a military cut. But it's a full head of gray hair. He's very thin. He's very well-to-do. He dresses like a military person. In fact, I think it's Marines, because I see him wearing a plaid. It's plaid, but it's like a sage green, like a light pink and tan, and then white big boxes. But that's the colors in the shirt. And then the pants are like these military, the brown military marine pants Marines wear with the matching belt. And then he had these beautiful, like old timey loafers on that scream money. But it was more like, they looked more like a Mormon's shoes that they wear, because the men all wear these horrid brown shoes, and that's what I thought of immediately because I thought they were ugly. But he was like, are you kidding me? These are worth a lot of money. And so it's like, he's very well to do and very put together. And I want to say he was like 87 when he passed, something like that. I kept getting the name Bill. I don't know why. But he's been hanging around me for a couple weeks now. He'll go away and then come back, and then go away and then come back. And I'm like, why? And he's not talking to me. I do get a sense of, it's almost like we're mental communicating with each other. And he's not verbally saying anything, because I feel like there's something wrong with his voice. Like he can't verbalize to me what he needs. And then today I went to the hospital to get some medical work done. I had to have an injection of something, and wait around for come home for 3 hours and then go back and get a scan. And when I went there, I was so freaked out that I had to walk extra. I thought I knew exactly where this place was. Turns out I didn't. I had to walk into the old part of the hospital instead of the new pavilion area, which is technically a building attached to the hospital. But you could tell once we get into the hospital area, it's much creepier. And I immediately felt like I was surrounded by a ton of spirits in the hospital end. And when I got there, I was so distracted with finding the place and not being late that I didn't pay much attention to it. But on the way back, when I came back the second time, it was literally the second I walked into the old building, it was like I was surrounded. And I go and lay down in this tube thing for the scan, and they put this plate like a hair from my nose and for like 5 minutes, and then it moves and moves and moves down your body. While I'm in there, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to meditate and see what happens. And while I was in there, I started meditating, closed my eyes, grounded myself, the whole nine. And I immediately just started seeing blood. And I kept hearing the number 5 floors, 5 something. And I'm like, what's 5? And I I felt this woman, Helena, come to me, and she's like, I can't believe they killed me. I can't believe they killed me. And I just kept seeing these images of this woman giving birth. And she died giving birth because of some complication, but in her mind, they killed her. And I was like, there's no way. And I feel like it was more recent too. So it wasn't like we in this day and age don't have the technology to help her survive. Something had to have gone horribly wrong for her to die. And there was just a massive amount of blood, and like the white cloths they used to sop it up when in the TV shows and stuff. But I was seeing these bloody rags and everything just thrown to the floor, and just this chaos. And I'm like, what is happening? It was crazy. And then she's like, well, go to the maternity ward, and I'm like, I'm not doing that. And I didn't. I left there, and I kept thinking, well, maybe it's on floor 5. So I get home, and I'm like, I looked it up, and I'm like, okay, the maternity ward and the delivery is on 7. So I'm like, why am I hearing the number 5? And I figured it out because I was on floor 2 when this went down. And if you count 5 up, that's floor 7. And I'm like, that's creepy. So I've just had a lot of little things like that happen. It may not seem like a big deal to you guys, but to me, these are just weird things. And I if I'd had the guts, I would have went and asked, hey, has somebody recently passed named Helena? And from childbirth. And it was just crazy. Anyways, if you guys have any thoughts on that, let me know. But I did do a meditation and pull to see who's with us right now, because it is Halloween. I am using my zombie tarot, which is this guy. And I did do a meditation and pull the cards already. I did find a tarot spread called the Samhain Tarot Spread. And it exactly what I've been looking for to communicate with the spirit itself, not just an ancestor, because most of the things I've seen out there are just for like ancestor, and I have that going, but it just went out, I think. So there's 5 questions, 3 of which are this number 2. So let's get into this and see what happens. I haven't looked at the cards or nothing yet, so this should be interesting, because I've had a lot of spirits around me lately. I can feel them. So for card 1, card to describe the spirit that wants to communicate. And I have the 4 of Cups. And I have a man and a woman. So, I mean, she's dead and he's alive. So that's confusing. But the 4 of Cups is all about resting. And I feel like, the guy is at ease and the woman is not. She's upset because she thinks she was killed, when in actuality there was nothing nothing they could do. So she's in a state of denial that keeps her from passing on, while he's already passed and across the veil and just loving life beyond where we're at now. So that makes sense for this card for them. Maybe they're both here. I know he's been following me all week, the last week and a half or so. So I would not be surprised if they're both here. Number 2, what the spirit has to say to me. And I pulled 3 cards for this. So we got the 8 of Hazards, which is the 8 of Pentacles. And then we have the 9 of Swords. Ooh. And we have the Page of Wands. The fact that a creepy ass baby just showed up in this, and a hospital showed up in this. There's also a male and female in this, and the female is the one like, I'm going to kill you because your arm is turning. And then this guy, his head's in the jar, which you, maybe not in a hospital, but something like that, a lab, you would see this. So I almost feel like she's here. And I did hear, it was like someone screaming, hard work, hard work, hard work, hard work. This took so long to do. This one just, to me, seems like I hear I hear payback. I keep hearing payback, and that's why I think it's her that's with me, because his hand's turning, but the rest of him is not yet. And she's got the gun, like, I will kill you. I will not hesitate to kill you. And then I don't even know what to say about the creepy baby. I mean, like, the creepy zombie baby. That almost hurts my heart to see that, because I don't think she or her baby survived. That's crazy. So, number 3, why the spirit is here right now. And we got the 9 of Cups, another 9. The 9 of Cups is, they've been through it. This one is like she's preparing for the worst. She is prepared for the worst. She's ready to do battle. And I think it harkens back to this card, where I just keep being drawn back to this card. That it's like bitterness, is what I'm hearing. Bitterness. And then this is like, I may be bitter, but I'm going to survive myself. And then number 4, direct message from the spirit. We got the High Priestess. Again, to me, this is a more motherly energy in this deck than the Empress is. There's this motherly energy, but there's also this warrior that, now that I don't have my child, I'm knocking heads together. That's when I get that. That's crazy. And then number 5, what I should take from this conversation. 7 of Wands. I feel like she's there, but she's there with her baby, and this is pretty much her protecting her young from. She's still in protective mom mode, trying to protect her young from what has happened to her. Interesting. So now I'm going to pull from another deck. It is the my deck that I got on my playing cards, and we are going to ask her, or I'm pretty sure it's the lady that I saw today. Ask her, why is this spirit here right now? So number 3 is this one. We're going to ask her to confirm this 9 of Cups. Confirm 9 of Cups. And I got garbage. Garbage. And then the next one is, okay. I got sex trafficked, but this deck may not be the best choice for this, but buried. I feel like there's a whole story here beyond her giving birth in the hospital and dying in childbirth. I think that whatever happened to her prior to that, that was a blessing, because something happened to her prior to this. Maybe the baby was a rape. I don't know. It started taking a darker turn here, and with the baby. I'm just like, what is happening? It's supposed to be a fun thing, and it's turning dark. quickly. So I'm going to pull from a couple more decks, just because I can. This one, Carolyn Missed Archetype cards. I found this on somebody else's channel that they're doing missing person spreads with. And it's fantastic. And I'm like, well, I've been using this for past life work, but maybe we're going to use it tonight. Helena, what is your personality? What is your personality? I got 2 cards dropped here. The Knight and the Beggar. And they're both blue. Interesting. So the Knight, the light attribute, loyalty, romance, chivalry, and love of honor. Shadow attribute, allegiance to a destructive ruler or principle, romantic delusions. So maybe I'm seeing a story come together that's not that great. I'm seeing a story of a lady maybe fell in love with someone that was under there was a false assumption. She wound up falling so hard in love with him that she didn't see what he was actually doing, which was this. And then she got pregnant, and then I think things were starting to come together for her, not realizing I made the wrong decisions. And I think her giving birth to the baby may have been her way out of this horrid situation she found herself in. Not saying that she killed herself. I think it was her, before any really bad things happened to her, this was her exit point. And she's so distraught over the baby and in that protective mom mode, that she's kind of bitter now, because she thinks she hasn't crossed over, because she feels like she's been robbed of time with her child, and not realizing that maybe, just maybe, this was her time. That's heavy. So then we have the Beggar, light attribute, conference, empowerment at the level of physical survival. See, awakens the spiritual authority of humility, compassion, and self-esteem. Shadow attribute, dependence on others to the exclusion of effort. So here is confronts empowerment at the level of physical survival. So there's things she had to do that she knew she had to do to survive. And I feel like she was treated like garbage in the process. And that being treated like garbage was what woke her up, or prompted her to say, you know what, something's not right here. And then she realized the operation that was going on around her, or something to that effect. Very interesting. So I'm going to pull real quick from the Life is Like a Board Game Tarot. I started using this for past life readings, actually missing person readings and stuff like that. It was really cool. Actually, mediumship readings. So is there anything else you want to tell us, Helena, before we end this session? Well, leave it all behind, place. I just feel like that's something that she should be taking her own advice. Leave it all behind. Go into the light or whatever. It'll all be better there. And Eight of Cups, yeah, just walk away from bad situations, because you don't know what you're getting into. And then we got same color too, again with the blues. Overflowing emotions place. And you know what? I feel like that's her saying that she had a boy. Right there. It was a son. There's a lot of blue in this. A lot of blue. Overflowing emotions. So, yeah, I think she does have a lot of rage and anger and bitterness, because she feels like that life cut her a raw deal. She got shorthanded. And she's trying to figure out how to leave it all behind. to move forward. Very interesting. My time is almost up here, so I'm going to cut this here. I might actually do another one of these on this specific person another time. I don't know what other questions to ask. If you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, and we can continue this on a part 2. I don't know anything else about her. I mean, I don't know if she, I don't know anything about her. So it's just weird how all this is coming together, and all the blues are coming in here. That's crazy. Anyway, if you guys like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification button for any future videos. And you guys have a great Halloween.